Gotta turn that down for a moment. Is this even worth doing? I feel like I should just be using Bite. I feel like it's not actually saving me any time. Or... Oh, it's saving time? I'm not sure exactly what I'm trying to say. But we're gonna play some of this, and then we're gonna switch to Tears of Metal. Because I got stuff in Tears of Metal I want to work on. That game, dude, that game slaps. That might be my 2026 game of the year. It's not even close right now. My desire to play Tears of Metal outpaces everything, dude. They honestly have struck gold. If they, I mean, they could Dynasty Warriors it, dude. They could just keep making Tears of Metal games and changing the location. Like, oh, now we're not in Scotland. And dude, they've got it. Tears of Metal is just so good. I have no desire to play Mega Bonk today. Today's the weekly reset, and I have zero desire to play. I also kind of peaked. I don't know if I'm ever gonna do better than I did. So that's its own thing. But you know, I always like to do better. I never like to just stop. I like to set goals that I know I can stop at because it's like, okay, this is the best I've ever done. I've seen this happen, but I've never like gotten to pull it off. So if we add that together, oh wow, okay, and then we'll add like a couple extra points for like a perfect run. So that's where I'll stop. I've done stuff like that, but like it's rare for like Mega Bonk where it's just like, oh, that's my highest score? Okay, I'm done. But with Mega Bonk, it's kind of like, dude, I did my best. I set PBs for 3 weeks in a row, and then finally got like an insane run. On the weekly reset, so I think 310th in the world is the highest I will ever rank, and I'm fine with that. It's the top 1.5%. I'd like to be higher than that, but I did my best. There's other games I can be playing and focusing my energy on. This is not one. I should not be doing this, but I just love Pokemon Crystal. It really is like a comfort game to me. Now, it's killing me to play it because like I think officially, besides finishing the Professor Oak challenge and catching every single Pokemon shiny, I have done everything there is to do in Pokemon Crystal, I think. Well, no. What's that one item? The Berserk Gene? I'd like to duplicate 99 of those for no fucking reason. But like, I guess the only other thing left is to grind 2 lucky eggs on the same save file so that I can like equip one and then still have one in the bag. Like a placeholder kind of thing. I didn't even actually know the lucky egg was in this game until I did a Professor Oak challenge. I had no idea the lucky egg existed in Gen 2 or 3 or any of them. I thought it was Gen 6. I thought it was a Gen 6 item. Or Gen 5. Is it Chargestone? Which cave do you get the lucky egg after? Is it Gen 5 or 6? Is it Gen 5? It's Gen 5. It's Chargestone Cave, isn't it? I can't remember, actually. Now, if you're wondering why Pidgeotto is such a higher level, it's because Pidgeotto got experience from trainers. Because I was experimenting. Excuse me. Sorry. Ooh, still sorry. It's springtime here in the desert. I should go out and weed eat today. We have so many plants. Despite living in the desert, we have so many plants in our yard right now because it rained for like... Dude, it was like weeks. It was crazy. It rained so much that I actually woke up one day and could tell that I had seasonal annual depression. It was weird. But, like, I just straight up woke up and was just like, damn, dude, it's still raining. And was like, oh my god. I'm, like, actually upset because of the weather right now. It was like, it's been dark for, like, fucking 14 days. My mental health is actually straight up being affected by the weather right now. Like, this is wild. But again, I live in a desert where it's fucking sunny 348 days of the year. Like, there's literally 2 weeks of rain in the desert. One at the start of the year and one at the end of the year. But, like, I mean, we've already had 3 weeks of rain this year. It's crazy how much rain we've had. The wildest part is every year that happens, the natives that I meet out here, because I'm not a native, they're always like, this is the biggest rain we've ever had. This is the craziest rain. And it's making me wonder if, like, with how the climate's changing and stuff like that around the world, if, like, this section of desert is just gonna get more and more and more rain. And if that's the case, dude, it'll terraform the desert into, like, a paradise. Because there's already a lot of stuff living out here, man. If you just add more water, everything just does... It's crazy. When it rains like this, the rabbit populations explode. There's so many rabbits. And then you see coyotes all over the place. And then you see more hawks and owls. And it's wild. And then everything collapses because summertime hits and there's no food for the rabbits. And everybody had too many babies. It's not pretty. Because then it feels like a ghost town because you're like, where is everything? And it's like, oh yeah, you guys had like a month of food, of just surplus food. And now you guys have nothing. But, no, it'd be crazy. If there was like guaranteed water, I cannot imagine. Oh my god, the bugs would be unbearable. Oh my god, the bugs would be unbearable. I would have to move, I think. Not that I have any choice in it. My mom would move, though. My mom hates bugs just as much as I do. Although, there already is a hefty amphibian population out here. I wonder how the amphibians would adapt to more water. Because they might necessarily not like more water. Oh my god, it's crazy to even think about. All the ornamental plants would just take over because they'd be like, hey, check out all this water. And the native plants would just... They'd get root rot. Almost all the native plants would just disappear. That's one of the problems with the cactuses. Is it, like, it's killing the cactuses out here because they can't handle that much water. The saddest part is some of the cactuses will, like, actually absorb the water and then just fall over because they weigh too much. And it's like, damn, bro. Like, you literally drank yourself to death. And then the other ones don't absorb the water, and it just sits at their roots and they rot and they die. And it's like, damn, you didn't drink enough in a desert. It's balance. It's crazy to think that the entire environment would just terraform and you wouldn't be able to see the original one. Excuse me. On the flip side, it'd be cool to see the new desert. Hey guys, the new desert dropped! Alright, so yeah, we're essentially trying to get a Crobat. And then I'm thinking by the time we have Crobat, Croconaw will be next. And then we sub again out for... I guess we could just do Phanpy and Teddiursa. And then do Ghastly, Jumpluff last. Because Jumpluff's sub 30 anyways. And I have no idea what level Gengar will be. So Gengar will be the highest level left. For sure. I'm guessing he's like a 36 or something like that. Making this the longest grind in a Professor Oak challenge, I think, possible. There's 2 trait evolutions. I don't know, actually. I'd have to look. Are there any other games that have trait evolutions? Dude, Black 2, White 2 has level 7 Riolu. That's so crazy to think about farming against. What game has the best experience? Besides Ruby and Sapphire, obviously, because that's... It's just... What a crazy game. Yeah, that was one of those things that I held a very strong belief against when I got into the Professor Oak community originally. Was that, like, if you chose to do Ruby and Sapphire outside of those being the games that you owned, it was like, why even bother? It's like, if you're doing it because it's easy, and you're gonna do another one afterwards, and you just want to test it, I understand it. But on the flip side, like, it's such a different mechanic that, like, you're not getting the right experience. It is the easiest one, but it's like... It's so weird. Because you do all of your grinding with just one main Pokemon and then a bunch of Zigzagoons. And then there's the muscle memory of every battle you check your bag. It's just... It's a totally different experience. But... I still think it's unique. I think it's cool. I think that's it. But I am also a RNG person, so when I look at that, I see it as less of grinding and more as gambling, which I like. It's just different. Black 2, White 2 is theoretically my favorite one. I just haven't done it. I have a save file set up for it, and I really wanted to get to it. But I never caught that Celebi, man. Look at me now, I'm literally still avoiding it. I did charge my DS, though. My DS died. I actually played it the other day. I did an hour of resets and it died. I hope the battery's not dying. I mean, the thing is old. And I sold it at one point and I sold it and bought it back. Which I feel no shame about now. I did feel shame about it back then, but... The amount of Pokemon I played on that thing, I feel no shame about buying it back. That thing still had miles to go. I feel bad that I sold it to begin with now because I lost all my event Pokemon. I thought the person I sold it to was very clear in not getting rid of those, but they did. I still, to this day, pray that they have a cartridge with all my event Pokemon on it, and they just kept it as like a, fuck you, dude. Like, I'll sell you your stuff back, but I'm keeping your Pokemon. Because, dude, I had, like, what was it? Was it just the first week of OROS? I had Steven Stone's unique, Beldum, and I had soft reset until I got an adamant one with, like, I can't remember how many IVs it had, but it had, like, Proud of Its Power and everything, because it was like, okay, new Metagross is fast, but it's got Bullet Punch, so I'm gonna do adamant. It was like, oh my god, I put so much effort into that, and I'd bred so many perfect, like, shinies for battling that I never used, but they were all 5 IVs, fucking perfect shinies. Ugh. I remember getting Oros and, like, speed running. As soon as people found out about the Sharpedo surfing, I speed ran getting a shiny Carvana so that I could see if there was, like, a difference. And I'm pretty sure it's only Kyogre that has a shiny sprite. But dude, I remember being so sad. I still have pictures on Instagram from back then, dude. Oh my gosh. Playing that game on the back of a Sharpedo was just peak. But sadly, that save file got deleted and all the Pokemon with it. I think, again, I hope that they took everything onto one save file and still have it somewhere. I had so many good shinies. And then I had a Event V-Create Rayquaza that, looking back at it, it's almost 100% chance that it was hacked. At 99% chance it was hacked. No, not even. 99.9%. But I could also see it could have been there could have been one person who spent all their time when the event was out just soft resetting. Like, oh my god, this is the only chance we're ever gonna have at V-Create Rayquaza. I have to be the guy to get, I think it was like 5 or 6 IVs for sure. So, like, again, it was hacked, but could have been. I'd be offended if I was the guy who soft reset for the perfect shiny Rayquaza and everybody duplicated it so that everybody could have one, and people were like, nah, it's hacked, but it was legit. It sucked to see your name across the internet, but people also saying it's fake. That's one thing that drove me mad during the pandemic was I got into trainer ID resetting, and people would be like, oh yeah, you know, you can tell it's hacked by the trainer ID. Those aren't real. And it's like, no, hold up. That tells you nothing. It's like, you can't go off the trainer ID. Now, eventually, there were certain IDs that came from certain apps that were, like, marketing. But you would also see, like, the trainer name and stuff like that. Those ones, again, they were, like, ads. But, no, yeah, if it had, like, a normal person's name, and it just had, like, 22224, it's like, that doesn't tell you it's modded. It's like, if someone was modding, they'd probably do something even, like, goofier, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which, again, still isn't an indicator that it's modded. Because if somebody is hunting for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as a trainer ID, you can almost guarantee they're hunting for shinies, too. Oh my god! Bayleef, hit him! But I have all but pretty much removed myself from the Pokemon community because I guess it's me. I'm fine with admitting it at this point. I am too much of a by the rules person when it comes to shiny hunting and Professor Oak challenges. I cannot simply just have fun. Which is funny, because I don't actually follow the rules, because I break the rules a lot. But I do break the rules to make the challenge harder, so... When the rest of the community sees certain things and removes them from the challenge, and I'm like, ow! That's a me thing. I see that as a me thing. Oh, what, baby? Why? Like, I was experimenting at one point with water walking in Black 2, White 2 just so I could hit the, what are they called? Hidden Grottos earlier. Are you mad if you're subscribed to the basket. That's all you get is a couple butt scratches. I'm not gonna stand there and pet you, buddy. No, see, that's annoying. I know you wanted in the basket, and I put you up in the basket, but I also know you wanted me to stand there and pet you while you were in the basket. I'm not gonna stand there and pet you while you're in the basket, dude. You're grunt. No, no. You can get in the window if you want. I'm not gonna pick you up and put you in the. You cats are actually pathetic. JoJo tried to jump in the window earlier, and she fucking missed it and fucked herself up. She's not hurt, but like it was embarrassing. It was not pretty. But like she very clearly needs to like exercise and fucking work on her large jumps. I mean, it's a 4-foot jump. It's a 4-foot vertical jump. So it's an impressive jump. She fucked it up though. She's never fucked it up. But I also haven't been able to get the cats to play at all because now they're like 6 or 7 and they're like, nah. June still plays, but the problem with June now is, and this is like, I feel like a recent thing, but she can't shut it off anymore. Once she starts playing, it like she can't shut it off. It didn't used to be a problem. She used to run, and then there was like a time where she'd just be like, all right, I'm done. Like, I'm gonna go lay down. But now she like, I have to like forcibly like keep her out of my room until she goes and lies down. Because she gets so excited that she's just like, let's go! And it's like, oh my god, cat. Relax. But she physically cannot. My god. What the... I was like, where are all the land-based Pokemon? And then we get a crit 10. Oh my god. What did we just see? 5 Pidgeys in a row and then a critical 10 magnitude? Some of the weirdest RNG I've ever seen. And then we get a 4 that doesn't kill a Caterpie. I am lost right now, bro. Another 10, wow. Oh, I'm an idiot. I wasn't paying attention. I was thinking. Oops. I was thinking. Oh, I was doing it again. I was looking at OBS trying to think, like, should I have done a counter for, like, total encounters for this whole run? It's like, shoot, I should have. I was gonna do them for the actual Dream Team because I didn't think about doing a shiny badge. But I honestly might not. Oh, god damn it. I might not even count when I do my dreams. I've never counted, dude. I hate counting. It honestly, it sucks the fun out of it for me. Because it really does just become gambling at that point for me. Which is probably why I always end up giving up on grinds. Because once the actual grind itself ends, I am just fighting random Pokemon until I see a shiny. Which I am not good at. I wish I was better at just raw shiny hunting. I really, and I hate doing this, I really want to attribute it all to the fact that the first one I ever tried took me 8 months to get. And it wasn't like a hard one. It was a 70% chance, and I think I technically faced twice on it. No. Once. Yeah, I only caught one shiny Rattata. But still, I got a 30% shiny Rattata. And then, it was early into it. Like, early. Like, I'm pretty sure maybe, like, the first month I caught a shiny Unknown and a shiny Rattata. And then, again, 8-month mark, I finally caught my Ghastly and moved on. And I will say, after I caught the Ghastly, it was exactly the playthrough I wanted it to be. It was brilliant. Except, I do remember 2 miserable points. I didn't enjoy the legendary beasts. I had a miserable time with them. But I think that's one of the times where I started to realize, like, okay, if I'm not seeing them on the routes that I need to shut the game off and, like, try again. And then, like, you turn the game back on and all of a sudden Raikou's popping up on the routes you need him to every time instead of never. And it's like, oh, well, yeah, that's easier. But other than that, I remember giving up on the odd egg. Oh, I did it again. But, like, I duplicated 30 eggs. Like, the fact that I didn't get a shiny Tyrogue is just sad. Nothing else to it. I really wanted shiny Electrode, and I gave up on that. I'm not really sure why I gave up on that. It's literally, I think, considered the easiest one in, like, all of Pokemon. Or, I guess, Heart Gold, Soul Silver starters are considered easiest. I gave up on that, dude. I tried that grind. At one point when Celebi had driven me mad, I was like, you know what? I've got a Heart Gold, Soul Silver save. I'm just gonna switch to that. I didn't want to do it. But I also, admittedly, don't like Gen 2. This is crazy. I don't like any of the Gen 2 starters shiny. At most, Chikorita. Because it's gold. At most. Most. I just don't like a single one of them. Especially in, like, actual Gen 2. I just don't. Oop. Quillarver. Probably save. I haven't saved once this whole time, have I? So it's gonna take just over half an hour to get through all of these guys' PP. That's not bad. It is not much progress. And you know what? See, and you know the one thing that would actually make all of this so much easier, and I will probably have to do. Actually, let's look at my. I'll have to look at my grinds later. I know Weezing won't 100%. Eevee, it's impossible because it's a trade. Electrode won't. So I wonder if Haunter, Houndoom, or Bellossom will offer me a chance to use Thief to steal something. while I'm grinding. I'm hoping for a lot of these I can just, you know, for that section, maybe that can't, maybe they, hopefully a lot of these can be my shiny badge. Well, you know, shiny badge is kind of hard, honestly, for a Professor Oak challenge as well. Because, like, you purposely don't do a lot of the badges. And then you do them all at once. So, I'll just, I'll literally just have to catch 8 shinies once I get to that section of the game. I guess I'll just have to set a rule that they have to be post the first Elite Four. And they'll have to be from Kanto, which actually isn't bad at all, because that would be Bellossom, Houndoom, and I want to do a Raichu. I really want to do a Raichu. Or a Pikachu, you have to hunt Pikachu. From Route 2, which is technically Viridian Forest. I'd like to do a Snorlax. See, these are all things I wish I'd done on my actual, like, 3DS looking back at it, but I didn't because it was a really bad idea. Because you get done with a section of a Professor Oak challenge, and then all of a sudden you're in, like, you encounter a Pokemon like Snorlax, and you're like, dude, if I can just get past you, I could actually, like, fight new trainers, there's new stuff, items, oh my god, let me just get past Snorlax. And then you get past Snorlax, and you're done with all that stuff, and you're like, oh, I'll never be able to shiny hunt him again. Why didn't I do that? And, like, when I got to Celebi, I was like, I have to do this. And, well, yep. Stuck. I've actually been trying to think about, like, getting another 3DS and, like, trading all my stuff off of it. I just talked to somebody yesterday. I was talking about talking to Wasting Saturday about it. We had mentioned it briefly, but it was like, oh my god, I could restart my Crystal playthrough and not get rid of my Pokemon. That'd be like the bread and butter, because they would still exist. It wouldn't be the same playthrough, so like all the memories would be, you know, kaput. But the memories of getting those Pokemon wouldn't be. And then you can make new memories of the new playthrough with all the new things that you've learned. But yeah, I wouldn't skip the one-ofs. Like Sudowoodo wouldn't get skipped. Snorlax wouldn't get skipped. I'd get my Electrode, my Odd Eggs. And like, so it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter at the end of the day, because it's not like I would use it. But, like, I want Dizzy Punch Shiny Hitmonchan. And I'm only getting that through the Odd Egg. And I didn't get it. And it's like, bro, you quit early. You gave up. Although, if I'm remembering correctly, what had happened was I duplicated, like, a ton of eggs. Hey, very nice. I just bought a bunch of episodes. I just went out and bought them on DVD. Or are they Blu-ray? They might be Blu-ray. Did I buy Blu-ray or DVD? I hope I bought DVD. God. Okay. They're DVD, but since it was Walmart, the box is blue. Wano, the land of the samurai. Nice. Nice. Wano is 100% when I got into keeping up weekly with One Piece. I don't know exactly when. I know it was sometime around the Zoro versus Killer part. Because I remember being so confused, and that was when, like, I started doing research on the show, because I was like, I don't understand this fight at all. Like, what? And that's, like, I remember, like, all the early theories about, like, oh my god, is that Brook? Like, what's with the Grim Reaper? Like, what's going on? Hope I'm not spoiling and ruining this for anybody, but I've spoiled worse about One Piece on here, and I apologize if I am again, but I've talked a lot about One Piece on here. But oh man, yeah, I remember watching all the theory videos come out, and that's what really got me into One Piece, was like how big the theory community was. Cause like, again, before that, I was a oh we're done. Before that, I was a Hunter x Hunter fan, and dude, there was like 3 Hunter x Hunter YouTubers, which did pretty good, honestly. But one of them was a One Piece YouTuber as well, and it was just like, dang. Like, maybe I'll check this out. And then I remember checking it out and just being like, wait, they've got like 40 different YouTubers. You can watch whoever you want. And then as I started watching different people, I was just like, oh, wow. You can really tell who comes up with their own stuff and who gets their stuff from, like, Reddit. And then, like, from there, you could tell who comes up with their own theories and who comes up with their theories from their, like, YouTube comment sections. And then from there, you could tell who had the best YouTube comment sections. And, like, it was crazy. I really got into One Piece through, like, all of that. I still haven't read or watched it myself. But I have consumed, I don't even know how many hours of One Piece theory videos. I love it. I actually came up with my own One Piece theory at one point. It's complete spoilers right now for anybody who's in Wano, so I won't say it, but... But I was pretty certain, with all the information that we had on this one cliffhanger, I was certain that I saw the way things were going forward. But I was wrong. I wouldn't say that I was way wrong, but I was pretty off. I had some aspects of the story correct, but not who versus who and this or that. I just had that this person was gonna do this and this person was gonna do that, but like the situation in which everything played out, I had it so wrong. That it's like, if you didn't know that I made those predictions, you'd never believe me. But I was off, and with how everything's gone since then, it just shows even further that I was off and I didn't predict anything. But why did I even do that? That literally was, oh yep, I just wasted my time. But I hope we get more Hunter x Hunter, man. Dude, I read the recent Hunter x Hunter volume. I don't know if I can show it on Twitch. I think I can. Since it's art and media, and like I'm not purposely trying to be grotesque and like break terms of services. I'm trying to share art and media. I'm pretty sure I can show you. But, like, I would have to put viewer discretion advised. There's some dark stuff in the most recent volume of Hunter x Hunter. It's crazy. The saddest part is, one of, like, the neat things that's always been about, or one of the neat things that's always been, like, noticeable about Hunter x Hunter is that you can tell whatever the author is interested in at that time because it influences the story. And bro, dude, it's not even a joke, but the Epstein files and everything are just straight up influencing the most recent chapter of Hunter x Hunter. And it's like sad. It's so sad. And it's one of those things where it's like, I don't even know, man. If you can't tell, I have to question your media literacy, because there's it's just literally child abduction by the wealthy in a poor community. And it's like, man, it's like I was hoping to escape this in my fucking once every decade Hunter x Hunter volume. Although we have gotten 2 volumes in the last, what, 4 years, which is kind of absurd. I'm a new fan. I've only been into Hunter x Hunter for like 6 or 7 years now, which is great. That feels weird to say, actually. That doesn't really make me a new fan. I've been a fan for a long time. I was on my way to being, dude, this is one of the few things I will ever, like, stand by that I got cheated out of in my life. I was on my way to being a Hunter x Hunter, like, community member, like a pillar. I was answering questions, I was helping people out. But dude, at literally the same time I was starting to make my rise, so was Apple Pito, and it's gross. It's not even like, it's not even comprehensible how those 2 paths like diverge so hard. But like, at one time, Apple Pito and I were like the same size in the Hunter x Hunter subreddit. And then like, dude, all of a sudden, overnight, I swear, it was like, why do you people love this person so much? It's like, it's Apple Pito! It's like, yeah, no, I'm over here, like, answering the same questions they are. It's like, why do you people love them so much? Like, it's Apple Pito! And just, I literally just watched the rise of it, and it was like, this is weird. And apparently it's gotten even worse, like, since I stopped following it. They have people who, like, make accounts just to follow them from comment section to comment section. Which, you know, I gotta respect. I've never hated somebody enough to follow them from comment section to comment section. I was creeped out enough one time to do it because this guy's account was, like, it was weird. He was weird. But when I checked out, like, on his profile, he had said some very inappropriate things in some subreddits that made me uncomfortable. And then he started, like, commenting in, like, the teenagers subreddit, and I was like, okay, hell no. Like, I feel obligated to, like, be the guy to be like, hey, this is a grown-ass adult in, like, several other threads, and now they're pretending to be a teenager here. It's like, I think people should just be aware of that, because this is weirding me out. Like, I feel like I've stumbled into something I shouldn't have. And they deleted that account. Or they blocked me. Most likely blocked me, but it was weird. It was weird. Because at first I just remember being like, who's this person I'm arguing with about, like, I think it was Final Fantasy. And I clicked on their account and it was like, okay, this dude looks like Santa. Like, he's got pictures of himself with his dog. Like, this is your generic grandpa got his first, like, social media account. And then I looked at his comment section and it was like, oh, this is gross. Like, you should not be talking to people this age about stuff like this. Make room for synthesis. No, absolutely not. Yeah. Never. But I've never hated somebody so much that I make an account called Apple Pito is like, I don't remember what they called them. They weren't convinced they were a bot. It was something else. I was convinced they were a bot because when, like, I got back into it, it was like, dang, like, they got a whole hater group. Like, What did I miss? I noticed that they were commenting every 2 minutes without fail. And then they would disappear, and then they would comment every 2 minutes, and then they would... And it was like, okay, this is either, like, a program that checks, like, what subreddit has the most activity, and then it posts for an hour every 2 minutes, and then it moves to the next one. Or it's, like, an actual person who's, like... I mean, like me, I'm perpetually on some form of technology. I'm either streaming, or I'm watching like a recording, like a YouTube video, or I'm watching a stream, or I'm watching like just a movie or something, which is actually more and more rare. I do still listen to music, but I only listen to music when I play games offline. And I have been doing that a lot this year, actually. I've done a ton of offline gaming this year, which was actually a lot of fun. But there were a few times where my FOMO triggered because I was recording and something happened, and I did like the and then all of a sudden I realized like I couldn't clip it, I wasn't recording, and it was just like, damn, dude, that's gone forever. And like it just ruined the moment immediately, and it was like, oh. It's like I didn't used to do that. It's like that's how I got into all this. I used to just enjoy the thrill of the hunt. And it's like now I feel like I have to be recording, and it's like that's ruined it. But I don't know where I'm at there. Because I really do enjoy recording. Because for so many years, man, I did challenges and stuff like this, and just, you know, people would either call you a liar or be like, good job, buddy. Good job. And it's like, come on, man. We're literally in the comment section of a video of somebody else who did it, and you just, like, gushed about them. It's like, don't be mean. Don't be angry. But honestly, I've recorded myself doing a bunch of challenges, and I'm still in the same spot, so. What are you gonna do? I guess I could have gotten rid of poison powder, but what would be the point? I mean, its synthesis is still useless. Bwamp. Bwamp, bwamp, bwamp. Baby boom boom. So, I'm kind of shocked that it's still going up. Okay, that one didn't. I was like, that's kind of shocking that it's still going up every single mon. Like, how much is it? Level up. 1,158. It's not even, so what is that? Is that 0.1%? No. I'm an idiot. That'd be a... No, I'm an idiot. Stop listening to me. Everybody ignore me. Oh, bro. And I did it. I finally did it. I never liked doing it. Nothing makes me feel worse than what I'm about to say. But, like, I've probably done it 5 or 6 times in my life. But ordering food and then not getting the food makes me feel so bad every time. It makes me feel like such a piece of garbage. Just like ordering a big meal and then like pulling up to the window and then just driving away. But I did it yesterday at my favorite Burger King. And as soon as I pulled up to the window, like the guy was scooping ice into the tray. or like the thing, and it was just like, man, the ice is the one thing at like restaurants now that like grosses me out. And it's like, okay, it looks kind of clean, like, you know, if I was to be like the one put in charge of the ice for the day, it's like I honestly don't think I'd clean it more than this. So, like, that's good. And like, without missing a beat, the guy scooping ice drops the scoop, grabs it off the ground, and then puts it back on the cart and walks away. And it was just like, bro, it's like he doesn't even look grossed out. It's like he ain't washing that scoop or anything. It's like, I know he's walking that fucker back over. He's gonna put it against the wall where it goes, and that's gonna be that. It's like, that scoop needs sanitized, bro. It hit the fucking ground. It went... like, how many times that thing hit the ground and gone in that ice bucket? It's like, I cannot drink fucking anything from this place again. It's like, I can't do anything here now. Damn, bro. It's like, I cannot do that. Like, I gotta put myself in your shoes. It's like, if that thing hit the ground, it would need either rinsed off immediately or something. But, like, I would not go back into... okay, let's walk back over here. It's like, bro, I can see the sink. But you should be walking over to the sink with that fucking scooper that just hit the ground. Don't put it back on the tray and walk over to the other side of the restaurant. So I just had to drive away. It made me so sad, but it was like, I cannot watch her grab a scoop and scoop my ice and not wonder, like, did that motherfucker touch the ground? Don't tell me it's touched the ground. You won't tell me if it's touched the ground. I can't do this. And I had to leave. Depressingly, he was like the only guy I had seen too, so it was just like, I swear, if he comes over here and scoops my ice, it's like I'm going to scream. So I just had to leave. Like, I can't do this. And that's another thing. I like being able to see into a kitchen. I'm sure the employees don't like that. I'm sure they don't. But, like, bro, some kitchens are gross. I was at a fucking fast food restaurant one time, and a guy snuck my mom's dog a fry. It's like, I always put the window down, because, like, the dog likes to smell the food coming out of the window. But, like, I never, like, drive the dog up to the window so the dog can, like, face to face with the people. But, like, I was, like, on my phone, and I didn't notice that the guy had, like, opened his window and was reaching a fry back to the dog. Like, he was making a large effort to do so. And I just remember looking at him and being like, what is wrong with you? Like, what the fuck? Oh my god. It's like, if he'd have asked, I probably would have been okay with it, but it's like, what's wrong with you? Don't sneak somebody's dog a fry, you weirdo. But I have not seen that guy since, so I'm guessing he got fired, because he did not seem too with it. But yeah, no, the dog loves going to fast food places, because, like, you know, you park at the window, and then the dog's, like, a few feet behind you, and you put his window just, like, a little bit down. And I'm sure the smells that, like, fly in through that crack in the window are absurd. You can, like, hear him trying to breathe in the store. He's back in, like, the backseat of the car going, like... It's like, Jesus, dude, you're gonna collapse a lung if you breathe that hard. But, again, I'm sure at the moment I crack that back window, the food just rushes in. But... No, yeah, like, again, the guy, like, was just, you know, how you are when you're sitting there in the drive-thru window, waiting for your food. I was just zoned in on my phone, and then all of a sudden I looked up, and I was just like, oh, shit, sorry. And I realized, like, he wasn't handing me food. He was trying to reach a fry back to the dog, and it was like, why? Like, sometimes I do that, but, like, it's such a weird thing. It's one of those things where it's like, just ask. But... No, but I was sad because there's currently this new burger at Burger King, and dude, honestly, it's great. I do not like saying it's one of the best burgers I've ever had, but it's so good. It's so good. Oh, what is it? Is it the Smokehouse Whopper or something like that? It's so good. Ugh. I just crush it. But no, my two local Burger Kings are just, I can't do them. One of them has an employee that, like, I feel bad saying this, but she very clearly has, like, a dermatitis issue. And it's like, okay, you probably shouldn't be handling food. Like, I've talked about her before, and I feel so bad talking about it, but it's one of those things where it's like, it's almost like a sitcom situation, where it's like, okay, how does the girl with, like, sores on her skin work the window with money and food? It's like, this isn't real, right? Like, this feels fake. But, I mean, dude, that's how life is. Sometimes you have fucking dermatitis issues and dermatological issues. But, like, food? How do you end up working in food? That's so... Oh, God. I feel miserable every time I talk about it, but it's like... It feels like a health code violation! I've worked in food! It feels like one of those things where, like... It's just like, I don't know. Oh wait, no, I don't do it in that screen. What Pokemon game? I must be Gens 5 and like onward that I do the move switching in the other menu. Oh, oops. Get away! Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. That feels terrible. That feels miserable, but that's just my divergency. But yeah, dude, my two local Burger Kings, I can't go to them anymore. And there's like a limited time, oh Jesus, limited time burger right now that I'm like absolutely obsessed with. It feels so first world, but I've also been watching a lot of Japan Eats and other Japanese YouTubers. Pretty much Japan Eats, and then like other ones get recommended to me. And dude, the cleanliness levels between like it's weird. Because like if you go to a mom and pop shop, I do not expect it to be spick and span. That's just how life is, man. I've worked in hometown like little kitchens. But like if you are in a Chipotle style kitchen where it is corporate, that thing better be clean. And when, like, ever I see a video about, like, like a Japanese fast food restaurant, it looks totally different. Their level of, like, it's gotta be clean is just so different feeling. Which is part of their work culture, but at the same time, it just reminds me that the U.S. work culture of, like, hey, closing shift is gonna let morning shift get it, and then morning shift's like, well, closing shift left us this so they can have this. And it's like, you guys know they're not gonna do it. You know they're not gonna do it. They left it for you this... Oh my god. Somebody needs to clean. Dude, I had coworkers that would always try to, like, grab the ease. Like, oh, I changed paper towels. See you guys. And it's like, no, bro. Like, we all have to do one clean thing for the night, and then we get to go home. It's like, you can't just leave mopping for everybody else, or, like... The tasks that take, like, 30, 40 minutes for everybody else, and be like, I did paper towels. Like, you're a fucking human garbage can. But depressingly, one of those people was my roommate. I actually, to this day, don't know what job they took every night to get to go home early. But they were always the first person to leave every single night. And it's like, bro, this is miserable. And one of the reasons they did it was because when, like, they would get off, there was just enough parking spots usually to find yourself one by the house, and then I would get off like 45 minutes to an hour later, and I would have to walk like a quarter of a mile home. Um, sometimes more. It got to the point where I just brought a skateboard because it was like, I don't want to walk for like 15 minutes home. It's like, this is ridiculous. I remember getting home, or like, they were on a delivery, and I don't even remember what I did. I think I changed the soda, like, dispenser thing. That might have been what they were doing, but, like, I just took the nozzle off the soda dispenser and threw them in the soda water and took off. And I remember getting home and just being like, bro, I can park wherever I want. And they were so mad that they had to walk. And it was like, I've done this every day for, like, the last 2 months. It's like, shut up. And then they made sure that I would never get to leave early again. Because they were a fucking sack of shit. Dude, I lived with such lame people. It's so weird to look back at and, like, wonder why I tolerate. It's probably one of the reasons I have no tolerance for anything anymore. Is because I've tolerated so much that I shouldn't have. And now I have no tolerance for things that I should. Which is not smart tolerance management. I should have had less tolerance for things back in my past so that I had more tolerance for things nowadays. Now I just have no tolerance for anything. Speaking of which, it looks like we're close to Grappler. Yep, whoops. Critical hit? Gross. Okay. Oh, whoops. Yeah, whoops. Yikes. I'm at the hour mark. Okay, I'm done. I think we might try to get Quilava up, and then... This might be one of those things I just tackle an hour at a time. I actually have no tolerance for this. Maybe I just tackle Zubat, and then we go for Sprout Tower grinding. I don't know, man. I really want to find at least a wild shiny in every section. I just don't know if it's gonna happen. At this moment, it seems like Tackle is enough to level up every Pokemon, which is kind of crazy to think about mathematically, but... So... If a Pokemon has 3 moves, it should have 2 levels worth of experience sitting aside. For instance, he should, because he's got Quick Attack and Tackle. So technically, Quilava, yeah, he should get another level. This is slow going, but it is working. What are we at? Oh yeah, we got a level. Okay, that's kind of crazy. I mean, it's my own fault for trying to get the worst Pokemon out of the way, right? But, you know, for the sake of seeing a shiny, I believe getting the worst Pokemon out of the way would be the smartest, right? Pretty good. Putting me to sleep, though. Alright, I'm just gonna wrap up here. I'm zoned. I'm not even playing Pokemon, I'm just zoned.